think about a world where design schools may have a class about writing AI.
Okay, so I wanted to show you guys where I do most of my drawing and everything like that. Right now, I am just struggling a little when it comes to finishing this collection for the fashion show that I have for next month. And I just want to look for inspiration, look through my books a little, and just do a little drawing today. Table's pretty cluttered. As you can see, I do my makeup over here. My drawing stuff is over here. My room looks pretty much like this. I'm about to vacuum the floors, but this is my sewing setup and how my space look. Love being in here. I wish I actually spend more time in here, but right here it's my whole collection in fabric form and each model. We're gonna figure this out. So right now I'm in my closet. Don't mind my crazy. I've been going through it. Truthfully, my energy has been low, but there's other factors that play that part. I've been going through my fashion book, just sketching my collection out and everything like that. I'm about to put a show on, just something fashion related. And I just been going through my designs truthfully and just trying to figure it out when it comes to this collection. I know it's like in a few weeks away, and I've been pre-cutting everything and sewing them together and fitting it on the models and stuff like that. But right now I am in a crazy funk and I hate it. Maybe because of the female hormones and everything that I go through, but I don't want that to stop what I'm doing and trying to be consistent when it comes to posting and just trying to be my authentic self on this channel. You're going to see the raw thoughts and everything like that. Not too much of the sewing process, maybe a little bit of the little snippets of it. If you want to see full sewing and creating and everything like that, I do have another channel. It's called The Multi-Talented Creator, where I post all sewing videos and sewing content right about now. I niche down compared to just doing everything, but I had to. It makes sense. I been on a brain, I literally disconnect from a lot of people so I could sit here and laser focus on my dreams and goals right now in life. I've been reading the Bible. Don't mind the scribble, that's my cousin. She did that when she was 3, and I wrote her name on the side in a year. But I've been reading the Bible and everything like that, and I just been getting rooted in the word and just trying to be a faith leading type of fashion designer when it comes to the design process, the creating process. Make sure that I pray before, pray after, pray during. Sometimes I feel like society has such a hold on me when I go on Instagram and I see everyone living out their dreams, and I'm like, girl, you have mad talent and you're not living your dream out for what? Because you're afraid of other people's opinions, or you're afraid that you actually will be successful, but then you have to sit here and be successful and also have a crew or take care of a whole bunch of people and everything like that. So there are a lot of things. I don't think I'm a fail. I'm putting a whole fashion show together, and this fashion show is literally, I didn't put no money down. That's God. Let's really be honest. Me doing this whole entire fashion show with my name and everything like that, the location, the models, the designers, the clothing, I really didn't put anything down. I am letting God lead me throughout this whole entire process. Now, did I have, fabrics and stuff like that sitting in my closet before? Yes, it's something in my mind. Months before last year, it was just you need to buy this, you need to buy this. And now I'm all these pieces and random fabrics that I got, and I'm putting it together, and I'm like, wow, this is actually a cohesive collection that I'm creating for February 7th. And this is just the Art of Love collection. It goes into the Paradise Reborn, where this is the place where I stay in Florida, and this is the place where I was, reborn at. This is where I was healing at. I come from New York, where the city is crazy, moving, hustling, grinding, and I was just out on the street. I was hitting the pavement. I was fearless, pretty much. I didn't care. I was, You need a dress in Bronx? I live in Queens. I got you. I'm coming over. I had no time to sit here and second guess myself or have imposter syndrome. And then after a while, it was a lot of emotions that led to the imposter syndrome, to the point that I was like, am I really built for this? Like, is this really who I truly desire? Am I a good fashion designer? Nah. And at that moment, I just like, so I'm leaving. I'm going to Florida. And that was like 2015. Now it's like 2026. And I'm producing my first fashion show. My last show was actually 2015. So it's been a pretty long time. The last time I produced a fashion show, and this time I know it's going to be the talk of the town, just because they don't do anything like this over here, truthfully. And I'm a New Yorker coming in. I've been living here for a long period of time, but still I barely stepped outside. I went to work like a regular person, took care of my kids, stay home. I barely sew, but if I did sew, I would sew on YouTube, or I would sew for my kids or my family and stuff like that, and alter stuff. I've been out of the game. Now I'm in the game, and I'm truthfully writing a book and everything like that when it comes to my life as being a single mom and not being able to pursue my dreams the way I wanted to now that my kids are grown, they're more independent, and I can pursue the dreams and goals that I want. Like, I just got asked to be a part of Miami Fashion Week. It's a baddie swimwear type like fashion show, and I'm dropping a collection called Baddie Unlock. So this is definitely the year for me. I'm moving forward on everything. I'm not afraid of anything. I am confident on a lot of things that I do in life. If I don't know nothing, I'll figure it out, and that's how confident I am. And truthfully, the way I'm moving is just more if God's for me, who's against me. And if I got him by my side, like seriously, I can do anything. So this is how I'm moving when it comes to my fashion career and pursuing my dreams and goals in life.
Embroidery is insane. Over 70 years, Dior's designers have been some of the biggest in the business. As they now search for a new creative director, we have privileged access to the people who decide and the super rich who buy their clothes. Join us inside this exclusive world as we discover the fabulous frocks, scandals, and ruthless business decisions which have kept Dior in the headlines. The courting of celebrities. The importance of underwear.
Right now, I am editing a video for YouTube, and this video is just what I put on my YouTube channel. I'm working on the first opening scene dress. And this dress definitely was a challenge, I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to placing the heart cutouts. I'm thinking it's gonna be a simple task, and it wasn't simple at all. It was definitely a challenge, but I realized, when you do the first one and then after that you do more and more and more, you realize where you make your mistakes at, and then you just keep trying and trying and trying again and try new techniques so you can improve it over time to the point that it comes just natural and smooth. So that's how sewing is to me. Like, if I keep trying and trying and trying new techniques, it actually improves over time, and then I figure out which technique is actually good for whatever project that I'm doing, to be like, oh, next time when I do this or do something similar to this, I know exactly what to do to make sure that it goes much smoother for me. Like, being a fashion designer, yeah, you make beautiful clothing and everything like that, but when it comes to sewing and creating your clothes, instead of just doing wholesale boutiques and purchase, nothing against it, but instead of doing just the basic stuff, me having to figure out certain techniques to make sure that my clothing stand out and be identified from that technique. It's like something more of like Apple products. You can't use any tools for fixing a phone for Apple. You had to use Apple tools to fix an Apple phone or Apple product. So it's the same for me, creating my own techniques for my clothing. Certain people have their particular techniques for their type of clothing, making certain insides to be a little longer or adjustable so it could fit, or movable and stuff like that. People have their own little details that they add. Me is like, I have to learn what details work for me throughout this process, and also just grow and evolve while creating something new once again years later. Like, it's a challenge, but it's a gift at the same time, because it helps me think any different type of perspective when it comes to creating, or broaden my horizon on certain things, to be like, all right, that didn't work, but I have a problem solving, fixing type of mindset where I have to figure out how to fix this problem. So sometimes when things get frustrated for me, I do take a day and I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna give myself a pause and then I'm gonna go back into it. And that's how I normally do it. I just take a day to myself and I get back in it. And that normally works for me when it comes to like creating and everything like that. I have to do that. I can't sit here and just keep pushing at the sewing machine, and then I'm wasting material, I'm wasting thread, wasting my time, and I'm getting frustrated. And I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna give up. And I have done that, and I have gave up years. It took me years to get back on the sewing machine to be consistent as I was when I was younger. When I was younger, my cousin would be like, girl, what are you spitting out clothes like your warehouse or something like that? And I was in New York just popping clothes, posting all the time. Now I'm taking my time. I'm learning to accept the fact that I'm in slow fashion. I'm not in fast fashion. Y'all already got the fast fashion. Y'all got Fashion Nova, y'all got Shein, y'all got Timo, y'all got all these different type of boutiques. Me, I'm slow fashion. With that being said, I'm taking my time to put in the details to make me stand out and be unique as a designer.